So I'll start introducing a little bit what this talk is about. So first of all, thank you, Ismail and Ougarane, to take the time and for this call. As you know, this is another call underneath our final call related to FoodBack, which is a capacity building project funded by Erasmus Plus, with partners from 9 different countries. And now we're reaching the end of the project, which will finish at the end of March. And we want to wrap it up with these different conference calls that hopefully can be also of inspiration to those who are following them and other young people who maybe want to get inspired. The next talk, or this talk, is about understanding the Oasis as a source of local economy and food. And I had the opportunity to meet Ougarane during our study visit in Morocco last year, together also with Laura from Brucola. And I met Ismail there as well. And it was a really, really inspiring visit. And we thought that it would be relevant to have a talk about that now. So first of all, I would like you just to introduce yourselves in the chat. We can use it for sharing information among us. And also for you to ask questions. I ask you just to keep your microphones muted so that we don't have background noise. And yeah, I leave the floor now to Isma and Ougarane.
Hello, good morning, everybody. My name is Ismail Bahadou. Short is Isma. I am a member of Actors Volunteers Without Borders from Morocco, which is a non-profit organization that works to empower youth and children and women. I take part in FoodBack projects, which makes also part of the projects of Actors Volunteers Without Borders. And since last year, we have been starting this project, and now we are going to an end. And we are very happy to have here these talks about food systems and sustainability and related projects. Normally, I work in this organization and in another organization that is also related to related to same topics and same interests. And I like tourism. I like building capacities in the field of youth, and also youth exchanges and training courses. Yes. And now I will be interviewing Mr. Abderrahim Ougarane in the next few minutes, who is an expert in his field. Yes, I pass the mic to someone else.
You're passing the mic to me?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe now what we can do is that I would like to ask Ougarane if he could just introduce himself a little bit and what work he's doing. Just a brief introduction of yourself, and then we move on to some more questions about the topic of the meeting.
Thank you, Joe. So my name is Abderrahim Ougarane, Moroccan citizen Berber. I was born in Casablanca, but I come to visit my native country that belongs to my parents. And since then, I fall in love with the way of life, the space, everything is open. So these are some reasons that makes me observant and admiring at the beginning. Then I ask myself that the way of life right there is wonderful, easy way. People are friendly. Climate is clean. I think many reasons that makes me fall in love with that. But since I discover agriculture way, especially almonds at the beginning, and then dates, it's a huge amount of dates all over the season. And then I ask myself that I have to be part of that I'm gonna call it way of life. So this is what happened from 2000. Hello?
Mr. Abderrahim, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yes, you can keep going.
So I was saying that it's not magic. What we live in here, it's not, it's real, it's wonderful. So I think once you get in or you taste, you're gonna fall in love. So this is what happened to me, and I make many people around in my environment. When the one that come to visit me, I make them like I give them a dream, and it became true. So this is what it is.
Yes. So I would like to remind the followers that Mr. Abderrahim Ougarane is also the creator and president of Kasr Alhamra cooperative, which focuses on date palm industry. And I'll ask you also another question, Mr. Abderrahim, about the source of inspiration. What inspired you to initiate this date palm industry?
I think it's everything is related to Moroccan policy to be global. Moroccan policy related to agriculture, they give a big importance to palm trees industry, because Morocco used to be one of the most producer dates all over the world, but with some diseases that kill good quality palm trees and also drought, it makes the level of palm trees in Morocco go down, and this makes Moroccan country in medium rank all over the world. So I was saying that many takes much, and we as my generation we fall in the good condition or time to be like helping, having a big help from Moroccan government related to training period, subvention, encouraging people, making a good way to change a way of life of human being in these oases, which is, for example, if I'm going to give you just one example. If you imagine that you have 1 acre of palm dates, and it's going to give you like a year after hard work, like maybe 10 years of hard work, that is going to change your way of life, which is like $20,000 a year. So I think this way, if you have this opportunity to think and work hard, then your way of life globally is wonderful. So these are some of the reasons that makes me very interested to this industry. If we can imagine that we call it industry.
Okay, that looks very interesting. So another question: how does your cooperative, Kasr Alhamra cooperative, support local producers to use traditional methods in farming and in dealing with dates?
I think before 2000, it's very hard to create a cooperation. You have to be a friend of the Minister of Agriculture to create, because it's like an agreement. But recently, as I said before, with Moroccan policy related to developing this sector, it's like creating your own business, which is like from 5 days, and you can create your cooperation. It's easy to create a cooperation right now, as the Moroccan government is encouraging people to gather in cooperation. So then I was very lucky to be part of that system, and also to focus on how to develop this industry, if I can call it that. So I get a good high level training related to derivative products, and I focus on that because we have to value dates, regardless what category of dates we're talking about. Because there are some categories that even if you put them in your boot, you can sell them good quality. But I'm talking about the varieties that are like low level in income. So this way, when we change dates to other products, it gives a good value to dates, and it's as I said, it can make your income increase rather than giving these days to animals. All days are good, but some they deserve to be like treated correctly, and it makes your way of life increase in a good way. So,
by the way, can you remind us, please, how many kinds of dates that we produce in Morocco?
okay, I like this question because many people are astonished when I talk about that subject. So in Morocco, we do have 246 varieties that are common all over these Moroccan oases. But in reality, we do have more than 1,000. Why I say that? Because these common varieties, we share them. I went to some oases, I see some friends right there. When I see some dates, I'm going to expect to get some roots. And these varieties, we're going to find them all over like Moroccan oases. But there are some that are endemic. I mean that like a seed grow up and it gives us some kind of varieties. Many times, a seed when it grow up, it gives us 50% male, 40% regular dates that are good, and also and 10% very good quality. Sometimes they are better than mobile dates. I'm talking about major dates and our variety. All over the world, dates are good. We should not discriminate. This is good and this is bad. But it's about habits. The one that is a lot of dates in Oasis, they do have some special taste. Sometimes they prefer dates that are not nice to see, but they are nutritive and they taste good. And the big market, it's always focusing, like making people to focus on one or two varieties like Majul or the Gilf Noor or some Arabi Saudi variety. But the patrimony, the global patrimony in most oases all over the world is huge. Everywhere you go, you're going to find like more than 1,000 varieties in any country like Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Iraq, Iran, Egypt. Everywhere you go, you're going to find a good quality of dates.
So you mean that sometimes we have some dates that are not that good looking, but in terms of nutritive value then they are more important than the others which are good looking.
Yes. So as I said before, commercial and businessmen or marketing, they're making some varieties like look shiny and attractive just by look. But taste is fat because they put makeup on these varieties of dates. Okay, but sometimes the one that know dates, they're gonna look and see, and they're gonna know that this variety it deserves to be tasted, eat, and it tastes good, and it's not expensive. This is what is important: is good taste, nutritive, and it's not
low
expensive.
Price.
When I say that, it's about repeating eating. Normally, people should eat dates like every day. This is in our culture. And as in our Arab and Muslim country, we have an advice, old advice that you should eat dates every day, and you can live your life from 0 day until 100 years with dates and water, and you're fine. And if you have some comfort, if you have a goat or things like that, you have milk and dates and water, and this is like paradise for me and for many people. Yeah.
Great. Thank you for sharing this. And I would ask you also to share some challenges that farmers are facing in Morocco, especially farmers who are interested in date industry. Do they face some challenges in Morocco?
I think I'm going to talk about our parents first and grandparents, and then I will move to the future and present. So our parents and grandparents, they don't have any competition. Okay, international competition, which is that Morocco didn't import dates from all over the world, and this is one. Number two, the drought, the lack of water year after year, it makes the production down. This is something that is hard, but people stick to this patrimony, which is palm trees. So right now we have to match. We have to develop to update, because we have a big competition, international competition. Most countries, they drop dates in Morocco. I'm going to talk about Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, Arabi Saudi, UAE, United States of America, Australia. Everybody is dropping dates. We used to produce 100,000 tons a year, and we have to import from 40 to 60,000 tons a year, and this is huge. That's why I talk about at the beginning that Moroccan policy right now is like pushing people, local, Oasis people, and also businessmen. And now I think Morocco is going to be very competitive in international dates, which is major dates, and also to afford like Moroccan to have dates. These are some kind of challenge, and another simple challenge, if I can call it that, which is Moroccan society, they consume like 9 kilogram dates per person. And when we compare ourselves to other people or other countries, it's about 22 kilograms. So you see the difference. And
Okay.
also, yes.
I just want to make it clear. The number of consumption, 9 kilograms, is it a yearly consumption or a monthly or what?
Yes, a yearly consumption.
Okay, thank
And
you.
these statistics are related to 2000 to 1990. We
Okay.
don't. We, at the level right now is up, but it's still not sufficient because we cannot. Moroccan society or Moroccan people in Morocco, they cannot afford to buy like good quality dates because they are expensive. And once Morocco start to produce enough major dates, then the balance is going to change, which is like people going to afford to have Moroccan dates with a good price, very good price, and the consumption going to grow up. And also, too, many people are aware of the value of dates. That's why they are eating them day and night. When I say date in the morning for breakfast, at night with the Moroccan soup. So this is like, and this is cultural all over the countries that are producing that are traditional producer of dates, which is the peninsula, Arabic Peninsula, from Morocco to Iran. All this line is people are admiring and they are respecting palm trees. And also, when you offer dates to someone, it's magic. It's wonderful. They never forget that you offer them. They offer them like these gifts, this paradise gifts, if I can call it that like that.
Yes. Okay. So to sum up a little bit, you would like to say that Moroccan people are big date consumers, and at the same time, Morocco produces a lot of dates, but still imports a lot of dates from other countries.
I think I'm going to add something. I think it's about infrastructure too, because before we don't have enough cooling room. So that's why during the season, Moroccan people do eat dates like every day. Okay. But out of the season, so people, they store dates in some places that are quite classic, if I can say that. And during the Ramadan, then the consumption grow up. But right now we do have many cooling room in many sides of Morocco. And this is helping like people to have good quality dates because they are stored in cool room, and this is good for them.
Okay, so talking about infrastructure and all these things leads us to talk a little bit about innovation and entrepreneurship in rural areas. So how did you manage to bring innovation to the traditional agriculture and at the same time keep the concept of sustainability at the core?
I think anything in the world needs to deserve a need, and we have to update it. What we get from our grandparents is good. It's the basic. It's the foundation, and we have and we can to develop what we get from our grandparents. I'm gonna give you just a little example. For example, syrup dates. My uncle used to make some syrup, okay, in a regular way without any effort. They just put some big quantity of dates that are quite humid, and then under pressure they give us a natural syrup that can how to call it? It becomes like alcohol. It should not.
Mm-hmm.
This is just like fermentation. Yeah. After a while, it became fermented because the level of water is quite high. For us, in my generation, as we do some kind of science, if I can call it that like that, we just need to make more concentration under fire, and then we adjust the level of sugar, and this way it become honey, and it's going to be stable. And this is related. This is only about syrup. For example, our grandparents used to be seasoning dates with cumin. Cumin is quite a good product for conservation, and for us, we are working in a program or a plan to do that operation with good quality dates and make people dream with dates. This is as I said, we just develop, and we have to. develop, to keep continuing, because the competition is quite hard. So we have to be part of the system or for developing our oils in every level.
Yes, okay. So, Mr. Abderrahim, as an entrepreneur, how do you think entrepreneurship can boost or strengthen the development in rural areas?
I think entrepreneurship is related to sharing what you get, because our objective to satisfy Moroccan society with dates, okay,
Yeah.
and also it's an international food, I'm gonna call it. Dates are an international food. It's not just a dry fruit. Some people they call this like a dry fruit, but it's not. As I said before, you can live your life from 0 to 100 years with dates and water in some ways. So
okay, keep this in mind. You can live with only water and dates.
Yes,
good information to know.
Without falling sick. And it's this. I'm going to talk about palm trees. They are quite strong. They are patient. I mean, they can support drought for a little bit time, and you don't need to treat them with pesticide and insecticide. This is just organic, and they are happy. They just need like to have their feet on water and their head in the sun, and they're gonna enjoy their time. And also, we benefit from that stuff. So, I think many people all over the world are investing in palm tree.
Yeah.
Especially medjool palm tree. We should not be spectators. We should just be watching. We have to be part of that business. It's a big business, and we have to imagine that even if I have one palm tree with a good quality, it's going to be part of the system, because we have to feed the world with dates, because as I said, it's the food of the future. I think, as I said, many people are investing all over the world. You go to Australia, you're going to find, you go to China, Peru, some countries in Africa. So I think if the climate is like for us is comfortable for us to invest, so we have to invest, and this is good for everybody.
Yes. So, Mr. Abderrahim, do you have an advice or some advices to give to young people who are about to go in the field of date industry or agricultural industry in general?
I'm going to talk about myself. I think I have this ability to convince people about this, because anytime, everywhere I go, the main subject for me is palm trees and dates, because it's the future for us. We should not just be watching. As I said, we should be part of the system, and we have to make these youth smell that they can make a good money. In this environment, you can make a good money. I know there are many people that are making very, very good money, and they can change their way of life. You can, once you invest, you have to work hard, and then you're gonna make your dream come true. I mean by that, you can travel all over the world with palm trees. You can have a good way of life. I mean, healthcare, travel, taking care of your kids, making them study everywhere they want to go. With palm trees, you can do that. So this is like a kind of dream, but it's just imagine and close your eyes, you open your eyes, and then you're gonna find yourself in a comfort zone. Up to now, many people in my village, I'm gonna talk about my village, they seems to be in a comfort zone, which is not. They are in an uncomfort zone. It's just routine day. They doing the same things without any income, any correct income. They are not competitive with themselves, between each other, and also in a regional way, and also in international way. We should not be just a spectator. We have to be part. We have to be actors. We have to be acting in the system. And for youth, we have to as I said, give them some, make them responsible, and once they smell money right there, they're gonna match. Not all of them, but the ones that have like mind and vision, if I can say that, they're gonna match and they're gonna enjoy their life.
Yes. So this is related also. I mean, food, agriculture, and dates industry is also transversal, and it's related. It can be related to other sectors. And tourism is one of the sectors that you relate food or your industry with. So can you please tell us about how you mix this rural and solidarity-based industry, tourism, with food and with date industry?
I think it's about a good energy, positive energy. I got something nice. I have to share it with local, regional, and international. So I started. It's like a vision. I think I'm going to talk about myself again. It's like I have like two kind of vision. I used to think that there going to be some big cooling room. Right now we have them. We have some, and also two days going to be, as I said, with some scientific way of proving that dates are wonderful, good for a human being. Then many people gonna match with that, gonna try to get them. So I used to work.
Mr. Abderrahim,
Yes.
How can these two sectors, I mean, food industry and tourism, can complement each other?
I'm coming. So I used to sell dates and derivative products, which is syrup and jam, to some customers that are guest houses, hostels, restaurants, and some tourists that are curious at the beginning. Then I get a visit from a travel agency, and we make a deal. Like we get some tourists come to my lab, if I can say that, or to my house. They are all the time welcome, please, and we share experience. I give a good energy related to, or positive energy to dates and derivatives. So anyone that come to my house, I make him change his mind related to dates. Because, for example, in Europe, they are focusing on some kind of color, shape. That's all, color and shape. But color and shape is not a good is not a norm of quality. So when I receive them in my house, I give them real dates. Okay, and I talk about dates and the history of dates in my houses, and it's I all the time I hear at the end that they change, their mind is changing about dates, and their idea about dates are changing. So these two operations, which means like producing dates and sharing them with everybody, is positive for everyone. For me as a producer, and the consumer, he will enjoy himself and know how to choose days and eat days like every day. This is our objective in this operation.
So you offer your clients who are supposed to only buy dates, but you offer them another experience to know all the related topics and the process of making dates and producing them. Yeah. Yes. Okay, good. Yeah. So what are the benefits of developing agritourism in rural area?
I think it's about it's a business. It makes more income for me, for my side, and my environment, which are my partner in the cooperation, and also giving a good example, encouraging people to invest in dates, and creating a new way of discovering Oasis, because most tourists, they cross a street or the road and they go straight to desert, which is Hamid. But once you jump to my Oasis or my village, then you're gonna discover another way of life, which is a real life. People are active, producing, trying to be like quite auto-productive, and helping themselves to make more income in this area.
Okay, so great. So you mean that when people come, either local Moroccans or even people who are coming abroad to visit Morocco, they used to go straight to the desert, to the dunes.
Exactly.
And now, after creating Kasr Alhamra cooperatives, you make a stop to give them the opportunity to delve in the history and culture of dates industry, let's say.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, next question. How does engaging with visitors help promote the local food and the local traditions?
I think the subject is not only about this, it's also about accessories. when I talk about accessories, it's about veggies and some fruits and a way of life. So I think as we receive many people, we have to make more activities related to related to what people are expecting from us. I mean, if I'm dealing with dates, another person gonna be dealing with carpets, another person gonna be with making some stuff with wood, other person gonna make honeybee. So it's like everything match, you know. And once we have activities, other people gonna be like quite curious, and they're gonna start do something that is make them. It's all the time, as I said, it's related to the past. Our grandparents used to do some stuff, and some stuff are quite stopped. And once we make them, give them a like excitement or pushing them, then activity is gonna go back again, and it's good for everybody.
Okay, so now date has become moved from only being date to industrial sector. So while designing sustainable food systems, we need to consider a lot of factors, including climate, tradition, and market demand, and community well-being. So how did you manage while you creating your enterprise? How did you manage to mix all these factors effectively?
Yeah. So first of all, date palm trees are very important to us. If there are palm trees in the area, we're gonna stay with them and be a good friend. Okay. If there are no palm trees, most people are gonna leave, because palm trees as human beings for us are the same. Okay. Yes. And even with the situation, even we do face, our parents, our grandparents do face to a hard situation, which is drought and a disease that kill good quality, but they keep continuing up to now. It has been more than like 200 or 300 years that they are facing this situation, and they keep continuing. So we have to keep continuing, even with the climate change and everything. For me, I'm always all the time optimistic. Okay, and this evolution we are just turning around. Okay, and up to now we have just to be planted. And our grandparents and our parents, they keep telling us, even if there is a disease that kill good quality, you have to keep planting palm trees. This is the only one remedy to keep continuing, regardless the disease or drought or I don't know what. We have to keep planting, because imagine that one day we discover that there is a remedy against this disease, then it's okay for us. But we have to be planting. We have to be updated. I insist on that word. We have to update ourselves with the situation. That's all. But we should not just let it go and leave somewhere else, because palm trees is like a heritage for us. We have a Moroccan proverb. We have a Moroccan proverb that says, I'm going to tell it in Arabic and then we can translate it, or maybe Ismail can translate it. زرعوا فأكلنا نزرع فيأكلون. So I give you this, if you can translate it in English manner, it's going to be nice to share it with everybody.
Thank you for the proverb. The proverb says that former people planted, and now we are eating from what they planted years ago, and now we have to plant for the future generations. So it's a question of sustainability and keeping in responsible consumption. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Abderrahim. Now it's time to go and check for some questions from the audience. So we have a question. Do you face problems with young people leaving the Oasis, and what can be done to keep them?
I think we have just to give them a dream. It's normal to leave, or a yacht, it's normal to leave this cover. But when they make some mathematics, if I can say that, when they can make, for example, imagine that a young man or a young boy went to Casablanca and work like 8 hours a day, okay? And maybe he's gonna make like $20, okay? And he can make $20 the same year here. So what's the need to go to leave? And you are free. I mean, you are not under stress, because in the city it's full of stress. But right here, you are. I'm gonna say it. You are free. So you have just, as I said, you have just some yacht. They're gonna smell some money around, and they're gonna stay. And others, they're gonna go, and it's okay for them. So no one is. We cannot catch them to stay. The one that smell, that have some vision in the future, he's gonna be comfortable. It's okay for him. But others, it's free word. So no one is obliged to stay. So I think no one should leave paradise. I'm not leaving. So others should not leave too. So when you see paradise, you're gonna stay. But if you see it another way, so it's up to you.
Yeah. So let's take you as an example, Mr. Abderrahim, that you said that you grew up for a while abroad in Morocco, and then you decided to come back and settle here in your village of origin. How did you convince yourself, or how did you get convinced to stay here instead of just going back to more developed countries?
I think I'm gonna give you an example. At the beginning of May, you take your hand up, you pick up some stuff. Okay. Since January, you put your hand down on dirt, you pick up some stuff, and this is magic for me. You open your eyes, you turn around, you see the sky, the blue sky, everything is open. There is no red lights, no coffee, no klaxon, nothing, just peace. So when you are in a peaceful area, so what's the need to stay in a stressful area, which is a big city? This is what I said. It's to jump. Sometimes you have to jump. Okay. At the beginning, when you just jump, it's quite hard. But when you put your feet on the floor or on dirt, then you are like in comfort zone. Me, I'm up to now in a comfort zone. I'm free, and I'm dealing with my things. It's my role. I was expecting to live in this area, but destiny and fall in love with it's enough sufficient for me to keep continuing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Does this have other reasons other than environmental things? For example, do other reasons, for example, push young people to leave other than environmental, like climate change and drought?
I think youth they are expecting to discover the world. This is normal for me too. When I was younger, I was expecting to go I don't know where. Okay, and as I said, it's about vision and conviction. Sometimes you are when you are free with yourself, then you're gonna enjoy your environment. So it's not complicated. Like I said, it's not complicated. It's just when you open your eyes and you look around, you find yourself in peace, then you find.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay,
also,
thank you. Yes.
And also your environment, this environment, people are, you wake up in the morning, you leave your house, you go, and people are telling you good morning, how are you, good morning, come to get some tea, come to lunch, come to eat. You are well surrounded by your community. Okay, and this is very important.
Yeah, so the community and the local traditions are very important to help people or get people convinced to stay, or even for others to come. And it's like a source of attraction for others to come when they see how this society and community is attached to each other. Yeah, so how do you think that these traditions and these factors can help promote the local production or local food and local industry and keep it sustainable at the same time?
Yeah, I think it's about updating stuff. I'm sure in future, in less than 10 years, scientists gonna reveal some stuff related to dates. As I said before, palm trees are the foundation, the big foundation of everything. That's why Many people all over the world are investing in palm tree, date palm trees. Many native one that left or they grow up in Casablanca, for example, or in the city, they're willing to come back. They cannot jump. To make the big jump is quite hard. Some people they can do it, and others they cannot. They are just watching. So the obvious. Many people they come for holiday. The ones that are growing up in Casablanca, for example, they come for vacancy or holiday or things like that, and they are like inviting us, but they cannot make a decision to jump. So
yeah,
you have to be quite strong, I think, to make a big jump to stay in paradise.
Yes. Okay, let's go to a next question. Mr. Yusuf is asking, thank you, Abderrahim, for sharing your experience with us, but we have a big challenge in Morocco that locally grown quantities are not sufficient for the Moroccan market, and therefore the country is forced to increase its imports of dates. Can you please, the floor is yours to interact?
I think it's not complicated. Up to now, as I said, Moroccan policy is making a big market already to medjool dates. So medjool dates gonna be sufficient for us, for our consumer, Moroccan consumer, and also we're gonna be part of big business which is exporting medjool dates to all over the world. Medjool dates are originally from Morocco, okay, and they were taken somewhere which is United States. You can find them everywhere. And now we're gonna get back what belongs to us, and we're gonna be very competitive with that. As I said before, we should not be spectator. We have to plant some good quality. We should take care of what we get from our parents, and we should update, which is investing in a good quality, which is medjool, boufoukouz, and musk. And also we're gonna be self-sufficient in next years, less than 10 years, we're gonna be self-sufficient. And also, too, we're going to be exporting dates, and the competition is quite hard, and we're going to be the first.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. Now we are coming almost to the end of this session. I would like to ask you, please, Mr. Abderrahim, to share with all young people who like to delve into entrepreneurship in the field of food in general. What is the key message that you are going to like to convey for these people to make a good change in their communities?
I think a common example is about turtle and a rabbit. When you are working about sustainability, you should take it easy and work slowly and focus on some customers and give them some things that they are expecting to, which is natural food or organic food. So it's easy, it's hard, but it's the future, if I can say that. It's sustainable as we talking about this subject, because when you're not dealing with pesticide in small environment, you don't need pesticide. For example, you need just to take care of what you got. That's all, and use natural product to preserve what you get.
Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Abderrahim. Thank you for all the insights and all the information that you offered and you shared. Thank you very much. Now for you guys, we still have other sessions and other talks. Stay tuned in FoodBack project and keep watching the next and the future sessions and talks. Goodbye.